Hello, and welcome to my very late December wrap-up. If you are new here, my name is Masha and I make friendship bracelets, and in this video I'm going to show you all the bracelets that I made in the month of December, look through your submissions from the challenge, and also announce the January challenge of the month. If you don't want to listen to the intro, feel free to skip, but I just want to talk to you guys a little bit before I start. First of all, welcome to my new room. This is the first wrap-up that I'm filming in my new room, and I'm also going to be coming out with a room tour very soon. I actually already filmed it. It's going to be part of my next vlog, which I haven't done a vlog in like a year, but those are coming back as well. I did not have a very productive month of December. In fact, I didn't have a very productive year in general, but December was the month that I was moving to this new place, and you know, also Christmas and then New Year's. It was just such a mess between packing and doing all of that I just didn't have any time to do anything, so I barely posted any videos and I barely made any bracelets, but I did manage to make 3, 2 of which I did tutorials for, so that's what we're gonna look at today. Also, please enjoy my beautiful new candle. This one is Exotic Fruits, and I'm loving it. It smells very nice. I'm determined to try all the scents. This one is the one that I've got for this month. It actually does take about a month for me to burn them. Anyway, not the point. Let's have a look at the submissions from last month. Last month I gave you guys a general sort of theme, and the theme was winter, and you guys could interpret that theme however you liked, and you came up with such beautiful bracelets. I had such a lovely time looking through all these. I didn't really take part in the challenge per se. I personally did make a bracelet that was kind of in a wintry theme, which I'll look at in a little bit. I also, however, made a cross stitch that fit into the theme. I don't know if that really counts as much as a bracelet would have, but nonetheless, I kind of did something in relation to that theme. But I'm really glad that so many of you guys participated and you made such beautiful bracelets when you did. I'm going to be announcing the January challenge later on in this video, so stick around until then if you want to participate in that as well. But thank you so much to everybody who did participate. I absolutely love these challenges, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying them also. It gives us sort of a fun thing to do together throughout the month. Alright, now let me show you the bracelets that I made in December. As I said, there's only 3, so it's not going to be a very long wrap-up. That wrap-up for January is going to be long, I promise you that. I've already started 3 bracelets for January, and it's only been the first week. So I'm very much determined to make more bracelets in January than I have in the past many months. Anyway, the first bracelet that I made in December was this one. So this is what I ended up calling the keyhole bracelet. By the way, you guys helped me come up with that name on Instagram, so thank you very much. And as you can see, the bracelet has a literal hole in it. And this is the one that I was talking about when I said that it had like a sort of wintry theme. The colors, I think the blue sort of and the white reminds me of snow, so it's kind of wintry if you think about it, but you know, that's a little bit of a stretch. The cross stitch is more wintry. I do, however, think that this is an incredibly cute pattern. It is gorgeous. I really like the way it looks, and I also really like the way that it kind of starts after the triangle end. And if you want to make this, I did make a tutorial for it, which I'll leave in the card and in the description for you to watch. I will say though, this was a bit of a pain to make. It's not difficult by any means. It's only got like a few repeating steps, but it's annoying because of the holes. It sort of isn't very balanced, and you have to be very careful to make sure that you're not pulling too hard on either side, and making the holes is just a bit tedious. But it does come out looking really nice. I kind of considered making a collection for this one because of how pretty it looks, but because of how tedious it is, I'm probably not going to. I don't regret making this one though. I really like how this one turned out, and I do recommend making this bracelet, but just be warned that it is a little bit tedious. Next one that I made is my favorite. If I had made this one prior to the top 15 bracelets of 2020 video, which if you want to watch will be linked to the card in the description, I talk about my top 15 bracelets that I made in 2020. This one would have probably made that list, but I made it after I filmed that, so it didn't. But I do really like this bracelet. Anyway, it's this one. So the middle of the bracelet has a sort of pink gradient that goes from a deep pink to a light pink. But what I like most is that the outline is a sparkly silver. I love it, and I love the pattern. I really like patterns like this in general that have sort of outline and then whatever kind of design in the middle. I think those are really cool. But this one specifically I had my eye on for a while, and I just love it. And I really like the way that it turned out. I love how this one turned out. I really, really do. I think that the silver complements the pink really well, and it looks really nice against the white background. I really like the choice of colors, but I don't love metallics. I really don't. Metallic strings are really scratchy when you feel the bracelet. It has a sort of, like, can you hear that? It's really scratchy from the back. It's not super flexible. I mean, it kind of is, but like it's not, I don't know. There's something about bracelets with metallic strings that I don't really like, but visually, I do. Visually it's very appealing. Plus metallic strings are a pain to work with. This one, however, wasn't like a regular metallic string. Don't know how well you can tell, but these strands are really thin and it's sort of got like a normal string and then a metallic. Similarly how the eyelids Sephora Simile have like a metallic thing that goes around it to make it sparkly. This one also has that, but somehow it's more metallic-y. I don't know how to describe it, but also because this string is so thin, I had to use double of it. So for each knot that I was making, I was using double the string. I doubled up the string basically. And I used 2 strings as I would one. And that, oh my god, that was so annoying to cut up. So annoying to work with, because especially if you have like 2 of those strings that you needed to make a knot between, instead of 2 you had 4 because you were doubling up, and then figuring out which of those strings was coming out from which side and which of them was supposed to make which knot onto which 2 strings was just a mess. So probably not gonna use that string again, at least for a while until I get over that, but it does look cool. All right, next up, the last bracelet that I made in December is this one. And this one is a Slavic diamond, which I made a tutorial for, which will be linked in the card and in the description. It's relatively simple to make. It only has a few basic steps. Don't recommend it as a beginner bracelet because it still has like a few steps. For a beginner, I would only really make one with like 1 or 2 steps. But for an intermediate, if you've already done a couple of bracelets before, this is definitely something that you can do, and it looks really cute. It's one of those bracelets that looks really simple yet elegant, and I also think it complements the triangle ends really well. I think it kind of fits into the triangle end sort of aesthetic really well. I don't know how to describe it, but I really like this one, and I came up with like a simple color scheme, and yeah, simple bracelet, simple color scheme. I don't really have much to say about this bracelet. I just think it's cute, and I'm glad that I made it. I'm glad I made the tutorial on it as well. So these 3 are the only bracelets that I made this month, but I also did a cross stitch this month. Now I showed you the beginning of this cross stitch in last month's wrap up, but I managed to finish it this month, and I am so happy because look how cute it is. I've never done a cross stitch before. This is literally my first time ever trying. And if you want to see the video where I tried it for the first time, because I made plenty of mistakes at the beginning, I'll leave that video linked in the card and in the description as well. I also did a real-time cross stitch video after that where I just sort of cross stitched and talked to you guys if you want to watch that as well. It's sort of like my not with me videos but with cross stitch. And if I ever make more cross stitch designs in the future, I might make videos on it as well, but I don't have any right now that I'm planning to make, but it's so cute. I'm actually really surprised that I managed to finish it because I have a tendency to start projects and then never finish them. Shout out to my tons of unfinished bracelets. So I'm glad I managed to finish it, and I'm glad I managed to finish it by the end of the year, which is kind of my goal. But this is what it looks like. I also did a bit of embroidery for the sort of mouth and the whiskers that was also part of the pattern, and I think it turned out so cute. I absolutely love it. There are a couple of mistakes here, but I don't think you can tell, and I don't think I can even remember where they are. I just remember that there were some. But I'm very, very proud of myself, this being my first ever cross-stitch attempt. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and in general, like, this is a huge project for me at least, and I'm very happy that I managed to finish it, and it looks good. So yeah, cross stitch is definitely something that I am interested in trying again. It's just a matter of getting hold of a pattern for me at the moment. Just haven't found one that I'm particularly drawn to, but potentially in the future I will be doing this again. So all in all, these are the creative projects that I managed to finish in December. I promise the January wrap-up is going to be bigger because I've already started more bracelets than this for January. I've got, actually I was going to say 3, but I've got 4 already for January that are happening. So January's wrap-up is definitely going to be bigger. So before I announce the challenge for January, let me go over the rules real quick. First and most importantly, this is a challenge, not a competition. This is just something that we do for fun to connect as a community. There's nothing that you can win, it's just a fun thing that we do. I tend to feature some submissions in the next month's wrap-up, like I did at the beginning of this video, but obviously I can't fit all of them in, so I just select some at random. To participate in the challenge, you have to make 1 or multiple bracelets that fit into either the pattern that I suggest or the theme that I suggest. You have to take a picture of that, upload it to Instagram, tag me in the photo, and use 2 hashtags. Hashtag #NotWithMasha and hashtag #NotWithMashaJan21. One is the general hashtag for all the challenges, and the other one is specific to make my life easier when I'm choosing the photos for the next month's wrap-up. The deadline for this one is going to be a little bit shorter purely because I'm super late with this video, but it's going to be the 28th of January. So try to get your submission in before then to have a chance to be featured in the next month's wrap-up. So the challenge for this month is going to be beginner bracelets. Interpret that however you like, but the idea for this was that it's a new year, and I assume, or at least I hope, there are people who are finding this bracelet community for the first time this year as maybe part of their New Year's resolution to try more crafts, or however it may be. And I want to give those newcomers a warm welcome and include them in this challenge. So this challenge is going to be beginner-friendly patterns, whether that be alphas or normal patterns, whatever you see fit. Make something that a beginner could make. I'm not gonna cap that as like first time beginner, but like just beginner in general, someone who's maybe done 2 or 3 bracelets, something that they could make. And yeah, just choose a pattern that you think fits into that criteria and make it. But yeah, since you guys have been enjoying the sort of themed challenges, I thought I would keep up with that. I already have a theme picked out for next month's challenge as well, so stick around for that. And with all that, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. All the patterns for the bracelets are going to be linked in the description, so you can make them for yourself if you feel like it. And also before I go, I want to give a special shout out to my patrons, and especially my top supporters whose names are going to appear on screen right now. Thank you guys so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. If you also want to become a patron, there is a link in the description where you can sign up and get exclusive packs for your donations. In fact, if you sign up for one of the tiers where I send you a gift package every other month, this is the perfect time to do that because I will be sending out the new batch of gift packages in the next coming weeks. There's a lot of them, so it's going to be a while, but this is the perfect time to sign up to get yours as soon as possible. And if you're wondering what's in them, I send string usually, sometimes charms, and occasionally bracelets. But regardless, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!